All right, I think we are live. We are here. Hey everybody, what is happening? This is our last office hours call here. I'm Dr. Mayo, and we are finishing this semester up. It's been fast and furious, but I'm excited that everyone seems to be on the right track. I haven't had too many emails from students. So I think that says to me that the course has been well organized and there wasn't a whole lot of questions as we were moving through. There's just a lot of material, and I understand that. And we've said that from the get go. So let me just go over a couple of things with you. I think I've sent this out in announcements. And as you're jumping on here, just go ahead in the chat, type in any questions that you might have. Tonight, we have our meal planning assignment due. This is the first time that I've ever done this type of assignment, but I like it. I think it's kind of eye-opening for all of us when you're able to use ChatGTP to create your meal plan, and you could get as in-depth as you want to with the meal plan. But for us, for this assignment, remember there are three parts. I wanted you to submit your prompt that you use, the directions that you typed into ChatGTP. I wanted then to get the output. And when you give me the output, I wanted it to be in table form. In your prompt, I think you could actually type in, create the result in a table format. And I think it will do that for you. And then the last thing is I want you to analyze the meal plan. And from what I've seen and what people have already submitted, y'all are giving it an 8, a 9, a 10. Some of you are, really pleased with the output. Now, you could even do and go further with ChatGTP. And someone, I think you mentioned this, like you could create a meal plan based off, you could create the grocery list based off of what the meal plan was. So there's a lot of things you can do. There's a lot of opportunity. Is this going to be right? Maybe for someone, if you're working with somebody who has diabetes, or if you've got somebody with kidney disease, this is probably not, using ChatGTP is probably not a good thing. So I don't think us registered dietitians have anything to worry about, but it does provide an opportunity for people who are just given general, diet instructions, who are putting out general meal plans. I think ChatGTP can do fine. So that's due tonight. Then we're working through the fourth. Unfortunately, the way this is happening this semester is the way the fourth falls. It's right at the end. And so there's not any extra days. Usually there's like an extra day or two that I could allow you to do assignments, but this time it's a hard cutoff. So on the 4th, on Thursday night, you've got your target body weight assignment that's due. And as you're doing this, some of you have already submitted your assignments, which is great. Just be sure that you use the target body weight formula. There's actually a formula for this. And you'll see this in the chapter, and you'll see this in the assignment. I'm not going to go over the formula now, but you're basically, I think the assignment looks at a race car driver, right, Jerry, and I ask you to, he wants to lose a certain amount of weight. I can't remember how much, maybe like 20 pounds or something. You have to tell me, do you think this is doable? Give me some suggestions, which is all coming from the notes and the chapter on body composition and the trainings in that section. But then you also then have to calculate his total energy needs. Now, as you're doing this, and I've taken off on some students, and I'll take off on yours too, if you do not do total energy expenditure, which means not just your metabolic rate, but you also have to factor in activity. So you're going to give Jerry an activity factor, and then you're also going to add in the thermal effect of food. So that's the total energy requirements, right? Not just metabolic rate. If you just give me metabolic rate, you're going to miss some points. And so then the last part of that is the target body weight calculation. So Jerry's, I don't know how much he weighs now, but then, after you do this formula, it spits out a number based on if he just, maintains his muscle mass, this is what he should weigh at this percent body fat. And then you'll give me, how much total weight is that? Does he have to lose? So just know that to get to that percent fat, that's how that assignment works. And then also on Thursday night, July 4th, all your quizzes are due for all your chapters. And then also if you're in the graduate class, then it's the athlete profile. If it's the undergraduate class, then it's the athlete case study. So I changed that up this semester, gave the undergraduates a case study. You have to pick the right one based on your, I think I switched it up based on last name, but there are 3 different ones. So pick the one based on your last name. And then you have your final. The final is going to open on Friday. Actually, to be honest, the final's open now because the way the semester fell and the way fourth is, I just decided, and I put this in an announcement, that everything's open right now. It's just up to you to get your work submitted in on time. And the deadline for the meal plan is tonight, the meal planning assignment tonight. Target body weight, quizzes, case study, profile is due Thursday night. And then Friday night at midnight, your test is due. So that means you have to have it completed. Doesn't mean you start it, because Blackboard I've got this set to auto submit. It will auto submit your test, whether you're finished or not. So don't wait till the last minute to take your exam. Get this, and this is midnight Central Standard Time, just so we're all on the same page, because there may be people in different time zones. So let's talk about the test. It's going to be about 85 questions. Yes, there will be calculations similar to the last test. So you can have a calculator, you can have a scratch sheet of paper. I will give you formulas. I will not give you the recommendations, though. So you need to know those. You need to be prepared not only for some of the recommendations in this last module around recommendations about water, right? 5 to 10 milliliters of fluid per kilogram of body weight before your exercise. Then during exercise, you measure that using sweat rate. And then post exercise, you replace that with, every pound you lose, 2 to 3 cups of fluid. So you need to know that. And then doing baseline needs. Usually with baseline needs, it's either 1 calorie per 1 milliliter of fluid per calorie. So if you do a meal plan that you need 2,700 calories, then that's usually 2.7 liters or 2,700 milliliters of fluid a day. But the way dietitians mostly do it is they take your body weight in kilograms and they multiply it by 30 and 35. And we've done this in an assignment already. And so then you have a little bit of a range there, and you've done that. So I think everything is set to, like I said, the test. You're going to do Respondus Lockdown Browser like you always do. You're going to have to show your area to make sure that's clear. I get notifications when there's something shady going on, so just know that. And pretty straightforward. You have 2 hours to take the exam. The last 2 tests, you had an hour, kind of like a regular class time, like an hour and 15 minutes. But for a final exam, you have 2 hours to take that. So you have 2 hours, you have plenty of time for 85 questions. That is not going to take you that long, unless you don't know your calculations and you're struggling with those. I do on a test let you go, back. I do let you backtrack, but just know that it's on you if something goes down. Sometimes when you're backtracking and you spend too much time going back and forth, you want to answer the question, do the best you can, but spending too much time in Blackboard, increases the risk of something happening. So make sure you're hardwired in, make sure you got a strong internet connection, because I can't control that. I think maybe one person in the last test emailed me that it had a problem, but it's like, I can't control that. That's IT can help you troubleshoot, so just make sure you got Respondus. I think someone maybe hadn't updated their Respondus or things like that. That's, again, that's stuff you need to be prepared for. So just make sure you do that before the test on Friday. Other than that, I think it's pretty straightforward. Essentially, half of the test will be over the new material, which is going to be the water, vitamins and minerals, meal planning, body composition, okay? And then the other half of the test will be over the other chapters. So just know that. So you're going to have because this is a comprehensive exam and it's worth 150 points. I probably should have started with that. It's worth 150 points. But I hope you've enjoyed the semester. I hope you felt like you've had support throughout the course. And I've tried to come on here and do lives, and I know everybody's busy, but you're able to watch the replay, and I'll make sure this gets up. But if you do have questions, just drop them in an email to me, and I can get back with you. Hopefully, I've answered a lot of your questions here on this live. But yeah, if there's no questions, it doesn't look like it. This is what tends to happen. There's no one on, but that's okay. I'm doing my part to help support, and I hope you feel that. So, all right. Good luck, and let's finish this semester strong. Talk to you later.